It's National Diabetes Awareness Month, and if you're living with type 1, you know it's more than just blood sugar graphs and numbers. It's the sleepless nights, the unexpected highs and lows, the mental exhaustion of trying to get it right every single day. I'm Matt Vande Vegte, type 1 diabetic, Ironman athlete, best-selling author, and T1D coach. And in today's interview with KUSI News, I'm sharing the realities most people never see. The silent stress behind every correction dose, every workout, every meal. Because here's the truth. Once you stop chasing perfection and start understanding your own blood sugar formula, things start to change. Let's talk about what's really possible.
Welcome back to Good Morning San Diego. Nearly 2 million people in the United States have type 1 diabetes. In honor of National Diabetes Awareness Month, we're speaking with a local leader in the diabetes community who has mastered his blood sugars and coaches thousands with the same condition, Matt Vande Vegte. Good morning to you, sir. Thank you so much for being here.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Not only are you a leader in the community and the fight for a cure, but you're also a triathlon athlete. You are an author. This is a year that your book's been out. Talk a little bit about your mission in finding a cure for type 1.
Absolutely. So I believe in leading by example. And last year, I set a fought on the crazy idea to become an Ironman and decided to do that to prove a point, which is that diabetes can be, I would say, strategically managed, but in a way that allows us to live our lives to the fullest and should not be holding us back. So I've enjoyed this book and getting it out to people to help them manage their own diabetes for those who seek that next level of control.
You know, it's funny, in reading about your book, you talk a lot about the misconceptions and myths that are out there with diabetes, even type 1 diabetes. Do you find that you're trying to educate others so that people can understand how this can be controlled if in fact they're ever diagnosed? I mean, usually this is something that's diagnosed early on, but you're still fighting a lot of misconceptions that are out there about the disease.
There are a lot of misconceptions, both outside and inside. So a lot of people on the outside see diabetes as one lump diagnosis together, and there's a lot of different types. But also within type 1 diabetes, there's a lot of misconceptions about control. A lot of people are told just take insulin, that's it. When in reality, there's over 50 variables that impact blood sugars: stress, exercise, sleep, diet, and even something as small as how food is prepared can change how its impact on blood sugar hits somebody like me living with type 1 diabetes and how much insulin I might take for it. So it's complicated, but that's why this book exists, to serve as a way to simplify it for those who are looking for that strategic control.
Do you find that you're able to coach others on how they can control their own blood sugars and be an athlete? I mean, this must surprise people to learn that you're such a high-level competitor and athlete while also managing your blood sugars and battling type 1 diabetes.
Absolutely. I get a lot of questions about how is it possible to do an Ironman. Honestly, I'm still shocked myself.
I'm sure doctors are even shocked by what you're doing.
It was quite difficult, I'll be honest. But I think that what people need to understand is that there is hope beyond just surviving with type 1 diabetes. We have the strategies, we have the knowledge. This book serves as a base of knowledge to give them that hope so that they can then take it to the next level of personalization. And that's where the key difference is. A lot of people are given this cookie-cutter approach to type 1 diabetes, when in reality, we all need personal blood sugar formulas.
I would imagine that some of the information and knowledge that you've gained could be used for the average individual.
Correct. Yeah, I mean, you've got, of course, the general lifestyle healthy choices that we can make: sleep more, stress less, eat healthy, exercise, right?
Sounds easy.
Yeah, you think, right? Yet we have a difficult time with it. But within type 1 diabetes as well, I mentioned food preparation. So something like pasta can be very difficult, cause blood glucose spikes, but simply cooling it and reheating it changes the molecular structure of the food so that it acts more like a resistant starch and doesn't impact blood sugars as much, cut by up to 50%. So a non-diabetic could also benefit from that, where if you want to have Italian food, great, go for it. But this simple trick can help you to manage blood sugars as well and lighten the load on your body.
That's really impressive. Well, where can we find your book and learn more about what you're doing?
Yeah, so this book came out exactly a year ago, and it's hit #1 bestseller. So on Amazon, you can look up the Blood Sugar Freedom Formula, and the audiobook just came out 2 days ago. And so we have that on Amazon as well, or you can go to bloodsugarfreedomformula.com.
Well, Matt, congratulations on all your success. Thank you for sharing your story with us and giving hope to so many others with type 1. Appreciate it, and definitely gonna look it up.
Thank you so much, Lauren. My pleasure.
Absolutely.
Thanks so much for tuning in and standing with us during National Diabetes Awareness Month. If you're feeling stuck, burned out, or like no matter what you do, your blood sugars still run the show, I get it. I've lived it. But I'm also living proof that it doesn't have to stay that way, as I've maintained an above 90% time in range for over 5 years using exactly what we teach. Check out the links below to grab the tools, the strategies, and support that helped me and thousands of other type 1s to take back control. You don't need perfect numbers, but you do need a plan. And if today's message gave you hope or clarity, please share it with someone who needs it. I'm Matt Vande Vegte. Keep fighting, keep learning, and above all, keep living boldly.